So hello guys, welcome back to channel Get to Byte. In the last couple of videos, we have get to know about the INA219 current sensor, current power and voltage sensor module for DC applications, which is highly used in automotive industry, solar industry, in our mobile devices for measuring the voltage, DC voltage and current. Okay, so now up till now we have get to know about its working and concepts in electronics, about current sense amplifiers, current shunt resistors. We have get to know inside its data sheet and dive into its registers, get to know about its calibration register, how to calibrate it, and its configuration registers, and other things from its data sheet and its parameters. Now in this video we are actually going to write the firmware gb underscore ina219.c and gb underscore ina219.h. One is source file and one is header file for printing the bus voltage, shunt current, load power onto the terminal screen. And we will also see the hardware connections and the connections for INA219 to the load and source, to the load and the source voltage. So now without wasting time, let's start the video. So now coming to the hardware connections. So this is my INA219 chip, okay, and it has this one, okay, and these are the two terminals, V in positive, V in negative. This one is V in negative and this one is V in positive, okay, and these are here you will see the I2C communication chips and its VCC and ground. So I2C communication chips of INA219 will be connected to the I2C pins of my microcontroller, and my I2C pins in STM32F103 which I am using are PB11 and PB10, and VCC and ground, that is 3.3 and ground pins. So these four pins go to its ground, VCC and I2C pins here. Then comes the V input and V input, V negative and V in positive pins. Now that pins go to my load, my the source. So how does its connection goes? This is my source, this is my power supply. Positive of my power supply goes to my here, and this one goes to my positive, V in positive of my INA219. Negative of my power supply go to the my load ka negative, and load ka positive goes to my V in negative ka V in negative. So here we will see that this will be our load. So whether we put LED or we can also use a DC fan, put the here across between our load, this terminal being the negative and this terminal being the positive. Okay, so this is the simple circuit that we have to follow. And also don't forget to common the your source negative with your microcontroller negative. So like this is my source negative, okay, so I have connected that to my ground of my microcontroller also. And negative, here comes the negative of my load and here comes the positive of my load, and positive of load goes to my negative of my V input. Okay, so guys, now starting with the firmware part of our project of I have created an STM32F103 underscore bare metal underscore INA219 project. It's an empty project created without any CubeMX, not any like I am using the I2C driver and the RCC. You are all drivers which are created by me. So if you want to see that how to create an empty project in Cube IDE without CubeMX, you can watch out this video which I have uploaded months ago in the playlist of this STM32 bare metal coding. And to know about all the drivers of UART, I2C and other RCC peripherals, you can watch out the previous videos of the playlist. Now starting with this, I have created a bare metal project, and in that I have the two files, INA219.h and INA219.c. okay, so this one is the header file and this one is the source file. Now first of all, starting with the header file, where we will be declaring all our functions and all our macro definitions that will be used for accessing the bits of the registers of INA219, and the functions which will be used for calculating the shunt voltage, bus voltage and initializing our INA219. So now first function register in our INA 219 is the configuration register. So now at first we will just define the macros for the configuration register bits and its address. Okay, so configuration register is at address 00, so INA 219 configuration register is 00, and then we have just assign its bits value to the by 1. Okay, so by default all these registers have been macro defined as 1, so INA 219 configuration register and its reset bit, then configuration bus voltage mask. So bus voltage mask is this one, bit 13, so it can be either 0 or 1. So if it is 0, then it is 16 volt, target voltage is a bus voltage is 16 volt, and if we have configured bus voltage as mask as 1, so it will be 32 voltage as my bus voltage range. Same way out, I have bus gain mask the PGA bits. So configuration gain mask, that is PG1 and PG0 mask. In this all the both the PG0 PG1 are 1 but now if I want to choose 40 millivolt, then correspondingly my all bits should be 0, so PG1 PG0 is 00. If I am choosing 80 millivolts is range, then only my PG0 has to be 1, so that's why 0800, as this is my 11 and 12 bits. Same way out for 160 millivolt, same way out for 320 millivolt, which is same as my mask value, because here we have also making it the default 11. Now comes then the ADC resolution bits. So ADC resolution for the bus and the ADC resolution for the shunt. So same way out, same here. Here we have the bits 7 to 10, that is 4 bits are for bus voltage ADC resolution, and then next 4 voltage bits are for shunt voltage ADC resolution. So correspondingly I have configured all the possible options from this table. 9 bit, 10 bit, 11 bit, 12 bit, 12 bit 2 seconds, then 12 bit 4 seconds, and then 12 bit, and correspondingly all. Okay, so these are according to the number of samples which I am getting. Okay, 2 samples, 4 samples, 8 samples, 16 samples, 32 samples, and all such things. Okay, and same way out for the bus voltage and the shunt voltage. Okay, and then at the end we have the mode mask, operating mode. So operating modes are of my bits 0 to 2. So first of all 0 to 2 bits, masking them as 1 so 0x0007, because these are my 0 and 2 bits, and then making the enum for all the possible options for these operating modes. Okay, power down mode, shutdown, shunt voltage triggered, bus voltage triggered, or all the other such kind of things. And then next, these are all the registers and bits for assessing my configuration registers. Then next registers which comes are the shunt voltage, bus voltage, power, and current registers. So for these registers we don't have to access or have to take a look on its register, on its particular bits, because we will be directly reading them. Okay, and making them and reading them and evaluating them for getting our shunt voltage and shunt load voltage and load current and load power. And then in the end we have the calibration register address, that is 04, that is 05. Okay, so which is used for calibrating our calibration, and this register is very important so as to get the voltage, current, and the power readings from the INA 219. Okay, and by default as the address for addressing the INA 219, we will have this the both A0 and A1 are ground. Okay, in this module which we have. Okay, so INA 2, these address pins are ground. So those are the slave address is 1 and 7 times 0. So for write we will be writing the 10 again, and for reading we will having the last bit as 1. Okay, and then I have declared the 4 functions initialize, and those 4 functions are the initialization functions, bus voltage, shunt current, and load power. So these 4 functions are used for reading these corresponding values: bus voltage, shunt voltage, load power, and the shunt current. And initialization function is mainly used for setting our configuration and calibration registers, as we have done in the previous videos for their calculations. Okay, so that's all we'll be writing in the header file. Now we will be in the source file, we will be declaring all these functions, and we will be actually using the I2C device driver for sending the data and reading the data for our corresponding voltage and current readings. So that's it for now. Like the video, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notified for new videos, and share it with your friends.